Welcome back to Upfront. I'm Joyce Garbasiak in for Adrian Pedersen. Republican Senator Ron Johnson is under fire again for comments he made about the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
Had the tables been turned and President Trump won the election, and those were tens of thousands of Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters, I might have been a little concerned.
Critics called this racist. Our Matt Smith caught up with Johnson for his response and the Democrats' reaction.
Given the pushback you've seen, do you regret saying it?
No.
After a week in the national spotlight,
Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson taking heat for comments he made.
He's being called out for racism. Some Democrats say he must resign.
Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson spent the past few days pushing back.
It has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with riots.
This isn't about race. This is about riots.
Not backing down from comments about the January 6th Capitol riots he made on the Joe Pags Show.
Had the tables been turned and President Trump won the election, and those were tens of thousands of Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters, I might have been a little concerned.
Can you see how people, and I guess especially some in the African American community, would think that there were racial undertones to your comments?
No, there were no racial undertones in my comments. So I know the left is exploiting that, but there weren't. This is about riots and comparing the rioting that we saw throughout the summer.
Johnson is under intense scrutiny from Democrats nationwide and here in Wisconsin.
Where do you stand on all this?
I was horrified to hear such shameful comments.
Of course, a racist is going to say that they're not racist. The fact that he's defending his comment and playing the victim shows that he is who he is.
Our Senator Ron Johnson.
The state's senior senator hasn't decided whether to seek re-election next year in a race that'll be one of the most closely watched in the nation.
How would you win in a state, again, in Wisconsin, that is so razor thin and so divided?
Well, first of all, just think about what you just said there. You know, I am being a target. That's what this is all about. That is why they are attacking me. This is a Saul Alinsky technique. Target somebody, isolate them, and try and destroy them. I mean, I'm seeing what's happening here. I don't have a persecution complex. I honestly don't take this thing personally because I know who I am. I know what I say, I know what I mean, and I know how it's being distorted and twisted and lied about.
Can you win re-election in Wisconsin?
Again, if I decide to run, I would think I could win, sure.
Matt Smith joins us now from outside Senator Johnson's Milwaukee office. And Matt, the senator has been saying forces on the left are trying to silence him, but critics point out he's gotten so much coverage for what he said, he's hardly being silenced. His message is amplified. So what do observers say about why he wants to stay in the public eye in this way?
Listen, Joyce, he has done a lot of media, a lot of conservative talk radio over the last few days. He had the op-ed in the Wall Street Journal as well, our interview here in Milwaukee as well. And listen, Senator Johnson truly feels that he is on a mission here to dispel what he calls the mistruths that Democrats and liberals are trying to spread. And also, you have to keep in mind this re-election nod, and whether he decides or not, he is keeping his public profile out there on purpose.
All right, Matt Smith reporting for us from Milwaukee. A Democratic group calling itself Opportunity Wisconsin is running TV and digital ads knocking Senator Johnson for his opposition to the COVID stimulus bill. Our editorial partner, WisPolitics, has the story on their DC blog. You'll find that at wispolitics.com. Coming up, big tech, politics, and free speech. We'll talk to a Wisconsin woman who worked for Facebook for a decade. Next on Upfront.